How we doing? How we doing? Good, I hope. It is nasty here. Horribly nasty. We had a storm blew in last night. Crazy winds. Crazy. Matter of fact, down there in that thin, I went down there to load this morning. I was hoping I was done with that. Anyway, yeah, no, it was bad. So I walked the shovel out to a white spot, where it was clear, and then same with the processor. Got out of there. But it's a good day to get the new all-weather jacket that I got, and it's pretty cool. I'll show you the front. Well, here, you probably can't see it very well. It says get some, and then embroidered. Yeah, let's hit a few more bumps and make that phone shake around. And I'll get some video of the back. Jesus. Here in a minute. But anyways, another gentleman in the comments that I've worked with, and I've got it. I've got a story time, which I may have told this one before, but we're going to revisit it anyways. Has been commenting, and he's been making, and I'm like, how does this guy, and then he said something, and I'm like, have we worked together before? And he's like, yeah, quite a bit. And so I went and looked at a couple of his videos, and I was like, I actually worked for him. He owned a company, or was buying a company, whatever. And I worked for him for 11 months to the day. We were up in Enumclaw, Washington. I was driving from Eugene to Enumclaw, every Sunday, and then come home Friday night. What a miserable SOB. We were fouled the whole time we were there, just because, main reason because we were so far, out of our comfort zone or safety zone. If we had cutters and trucks, we didn't have a rigging crew. If we had a rigging crew, we didn't have cutters. If we had a rigging crew and cutters, we didn't have trucks. And it was just every week. It was something. Every week. It wasn't enjoyable at all. And then the rigging crew, them poor guys, they were only working 8 hours a day. And then we were leaving early on Friday because it was a 5.5 hour drive home. So we'd leave by 10, 11 o'clock on Friday. Because if you didn't, you'd get hung up in Olympia and be there for hours because the traffic was just astronomically stupid. But this hands-free cell phone is still not any safer than where is the plug-in Jiminy Cricket? Oh no, did I do something bad? I don't know if it's charging. Anyways, yeah, they were only getting like 32, 34 hours a week. They're happy as a clam. Washington pays like $2 an hour more per position than Oregon does. They were happy, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So I'd work the yarder all day, and then when the crew would go home, I'd stay and help him, either mechanic or shovel log, cat log, fix somebody else's screw up, make layouts. It was just, like I said, and we were short-handed so much, it was horrible. But anyways, so the story time. Come on. It's nasty outside, and I really want to get somewhere home and not do anything in the rain. Anyways, so like I say, we're in a bad spot, and we're up against the wall the whole time we was there. Well, let me back this up. The reason we were in Enumclaw was it was a huge contract. It was like a 4 or 5 year deal for thinning, like 8 or 10 million feet of logging, which, and it was got at a good price. But there was 2 million feet up in Washington that had to be gotten first. And the reason they did that is so that you wouldn't log everything here in Oregon or in your comfort zone and then bail on them on the last little bit. So we go up there. We were supposed to have 2 or 3 yarders and then a couple of shovel sites, just bang it out. And so the guy, he was fouled to start with too, because he was partnered up with another guy that I worked for, and the partner owned all the equipment. So not only was he getting part of the profits from this job, he was getting paid rent for his equipment. So it was like a lose deal. And then no crews, no cutter, no trucks. It's raining more and raining. Holy crap. I may not be getting to see the back of the coat anytime soon. It's equating. So, anyways, this log truck gets there. Well, we had one crummy that had a fuel tank because, I mean, we just didn't need 10 crummies up there, you know? So, in the middle of the day, sometimes we would have to put fuel in equipment or whatever. It's just the way it worked out. Well, this truck driver, it was everything they can do to get 2 trips a day. Well, he forgot to get fuel one day. So he's afraid, I don't think I can make it down off the hill. I'm out. You know, is it all right? Can I get some fuel? And so I talked to the owner, and the owner's like, yeah, I mean, it's stupid of us not to. So we give him, you know, quite a bit of fuel to get him off the hill into the fuel stop and whatnot, helping him out. Oh, well, like 3 days later, I had to get fuel in the yarder, and it was behind the shovel and the cat and all that. So we held the truck up, same truck, for, I mean, how long does it take to pump 40 gallons of diesel, you know? Maybe 20 minutes. And he starts freaking out about it. And he's on the CB, SOBing every one of us, and how stupid we are. Well, this guy that I work for, he used to be, I don't know if he still is, a time bomb. I mean, this guy was a mushroom cloud waiting to happen. And so this guy, he's on the CB and he starts mouthing the boss. And he lets up for 1 second, and some smart ass gets on the CB and says, hey, isn't that the same guy that we had to put fuel in last week to save his ass? Mushroom cloud. So Tyson starts up, or this guy starts up the hill in his pickup because he can hear it on the CB. He was down in his trailer, and log truck starts down the hill. Well, they kind of meet in the middle, and this guy, my boss, he's pissed. Well, he's headbutting, trying to get in the truck. The guy locks the truck door on him and mouths him. So he's headbutting the window trying to break it, and the truck driver reaches under his seat and pulls out a pistol. Well, so did my boss. Boss ran back to his pickup and got his. So now he's standing on the catwalk tapping his, and I believe it's 9mm, on the window of this truck driver's window. And did I tell you it was a state job? ODF, or not ODF, but Washington DF. And anyway, so right in the middle of this gunplay, the state representative shows up and got things calmed down. And they told us that we could go home right now. In fact, they told us there was still quite a bit of wood on the ground. There was probably 2 months. We'll scale it on the ground and pay you for what's on the ground. Get your equipment and be on that side of the gate in 7 days, I think it was, or you're not getting your stuff. They were not happy about it. And there's a lot more to the story. I mean, the way I'm telling it, it makes it sound like Tyson, or this guy, god dang it, just freaked out. And you know, but the truck driver was more at was the cause of everything. And you know, and this guy, his stress level was up there because of all this crap. So it still wasn't a good idea that he pulled out the pistol, but he had a pistol pulled on him. So you kind of see where I'm going with that. Anyways, I better pause it. Anyway, so yeah, and it was like a Thursday. No, it was I don't know what day. It was like Thursday. He tells everybody, you know, obviously crummy up and head home, and I'll get back with you this weekend, and we'll decide, you know, after I decide what's going on. So we ran back to the house, and everybody loaded up their stuff, which I'm thinking about the whole time, and I'm like, he's gonna stay up here and try to get this all finished up and wrapped up and move that equipment out of here by himself. So I told the crew, I said, you take the crummy and take off. Because we did have a shovel operator's pickup, a little Nissan, but it didn't have a fuel tank in it. I said, I'll keep the Nissan, you guys haul ass, because I'm going to stay here and help him. And so I ended up, we stayed through the weekend, and come Monday, the equipment was sitting on the other side of the gate. But, you know, it was just a bad deal all the way around. You go that far away from home, you know, and as much trouble as you're already having getting crews, it was just bad. The whole deal was. And I feel bad for the guy that I was working for, you know, to start with, because of just everything. Anyways, so alrighty, well, here's the back of the coat, and it's a all-weather jacket type thing. It's really nice, actually. Waterproof rain type thing. Warm, but it's not too bulky. I don't know if I'm gonna put them up to sell or not. I guess kind of judge by what kind of reaction we get, you know, off the videos. But I'm into it. $55 if I was to sell, you know. And like I say, it's embroidered, and they're freaking cool. The woman did an awesome job. All right, stay safe, friends. Get logs.